Here we have Disaster Report. We're greeted with a cracked title font that actually looks pretty good, and a cover illustration that looks less good. The destruction in the background looks fine, but the people are where I have issue. We have a fairly extreme perspective here with questionably rendered foreshortening, but I also hate the poses. She's holding on with one arm and the other is just dangling uselessly. Like, shouldn't she be grabbing with both? Maybe the implication is that in this moment in time, this has just happened, and in the following moments she reaches up with the other. But when you freeze time in a still image, your argument that it happened after the image doesn't change the fact that the image looks unnatural right now. He's also holding on with one arm, but the implication there is probably that he's using the other to hold on to the building rather than just leaning over the edge, so that's acceptable. But for the background to have such a wide-angle perspective stretch, his face has no distortion despite being at the edge of frame, which looks weird to me. Of course, if his face was appropriately stretched, it would also look weird, but it would at least be consistent with the perspective. But the most annoying thing here is that she's lit from the right and slightly behind, which is fine, it gives a nice dramatic reverse key sort of look, but he's lit very directly from the left. I guess they decided that since we can only see the left side of his face, it shouldn't be in shadow, but then just light her from the left too. You could still have it slightly behind her for a reverse key-ish backlight, and it would still make sense to be hitting the side of his face we can see. And it's not multiple light sources. We're outdoors. There's only one sun. And I don't really want to point out the other thing I noticed because it's not really my thing to worry about it. But note that the woman looks scared, as she should, but the man doesn't also look scared or worried in the slightest. He is absolutely stoic and collected because he's a man. A manly man, so cool under pressure he doesn't even have a glint of doubt or worry while the world is collapsing around him. It's a good thing this useless woman had a strong, manly man around to save her. Like, all you had to do was give him a scared expression too, and this thought wouldn't have crossed my mind. And then there's the obligatory price sticker residue I always have to deal with on used games. Escape the fury of nature. This is where the game really interested me, the idea that your main obstacle and antagonist isn't enemy soldiers or monsters, it's just the environment falling apart. Obviously, environmental danger was not new to games, but in most games it's a supplemental danger on top of regular enemies and combat. Taking out combat and opponents completely and doing the environmental exclusively is an interesting idea. Use only your wits to escape from a self-destructing island. Build tools from items you uncover in the wreckage of the city. Help others to escape and learn the secrets of Capital City. Dig into the story to uncover the truth behind the devastation. Well, either it's a natural disaster and there's nothing to uncover, or it's secretly a man-made disaster and the Escape the Fury of Nature title here is lying. And interestingly, the cover illustration has been tinted a horrible, sickly green on the disc for some unfathomable reason. And we're straight into the title screen here with no opening cutscene or, fancy quick cut sequence to make it seem all epic and stuff. And there isn't even any music. It is dead, vacuous silence. Not very exciting so far, I have to say. Let's go into the options, of course. That's the first thing I always do. Mono, stereo, headphones. I always wonder what the headphones feature does, if it's some pseudo surround sound using fucked up phase. Controller, what do we have? Rotate camera, I'm assuming that means recenter. Bracing position, call, skip cutscenes. First person view, dash cancel, action confirm, check, take, speak, item menu. Pretty typical stuff here. All right, new game.
June 2005. Sunny. I see Stiver Island outside my window. I'm a newspaper reporter assigned here.
I like to pause a lot.
Today is my first day.
Pause.
I'm looking forward to my new life here. But the train from Airport Island
That was mid-sentence.
never got me to Capital City.
Some expediency here, bro? Or are you done? Oh, we're just taking a really long time to fade out. Okay. Oof. Disaster report. Maybe you should have offset the title so that it didn't cover the plane. That was kind of ugly. Like, put it on a third, because the plane was in the center.
Here is a disaster report update.
Ooh, that voice is not working.
An earthquake has struck Capital City just after noon yesterday. The magnitude of the earthquake has not been confirmed, but Capital City has suffered extensive damage.
Maybe you should have talked in your real voice instead of this faux reporter bullshit.
Capital City itself. Strong aftershocks continue to hit Capital City, making rescue attempts very dangerous.
And that line got cut off early. Nice. Oh, look at that kid marching around like he owns the place. Okay, it's established. Oh my god, this shot is still going. Oh, there we go. Well, once something actually happened, that looked pretty decent, all things considered. That was a very curious animation. Ow, my head. How am I not dead? Wasn't even wearing a seatbelt. Very slow. Man, this scene sure is taking its sweet time. So did everyone else on the train evaporate into a mist? Like, why am I the only one? Alright, we're in. Let me get the camera through the window here. Look at our guy here. It's exceedingly blurry for some reason. I mean, the heads-up display is sharp, but if you look at our face, it's like... there's Vaseline on the lens or something. We have an idle animation. That's nice. But we are otherwise very bland... guy. Perfect. Alright. Just walking up to that makes you hop over it. I didn't have to hit anything. Wow, that was the exact same sound effect 3 times. Now, alright, there's already a severe annoyance I have, which is that the right stick does not move the camera. The only way to move the camera is to hit L2, which recenters it behind you. But that just means while you're moving around, it's really snappy, because it's trying to stay behind you. I mean, like, the second stick doesn't do anything, so just let it control the camera. Platinum. And it's a face with a shitty filter and then black and white. Is that supposed to be an ad for, like, an album? Like an album that's gone platinum, and that's the cover art for it? Go buy it now? Well, yeah, I can see there's an ad. Delicious and refreshing. For, like, sparkling water or whatever, I guess. Hugs! Okay. Excellent footstep sound there. Very real. And the game is still super blurry. Is that supposed to be a depth of field effect? In fact, yeah. I think it is, because the edge of the... So if I look out there, the edge of the road in front of me, the broken edge facing me, is sharp, but then the top of the bridge suspension frame in the distance is blurry. I think that's a low-level depth of field effect trying to run on a PS2. It's not really working for me. Also, having depth of field in gameplay is a little unnecessary. It's fine in scenes, it makes sense in scenes, but in-game it's kind of just distracting. Especially when the game's so low-res. I didn't even realize at first that it was a deliberate blur. I thought it was just the poor resolution. Everything looks kind of blurry in 480i, you know? Well, looks like I'm hosed. Surely they see me down here. I don't know, they'll just give some generic excuse. Oh wait, oh, they'll throw me something. I think that's a backpack. Well, at least they tried to help me at all. But otherwise, they're just buggering off. Maybe they're fully loaded, or maybe like in every script ever, the helicopter is at bingo fuel, or running on fumes, or what have you. Why is that? That's just a thing. Like, it's like there's a law that you can't write a script with a helicopter in it and have it not be at bingo fuel. It's my understanding that helicopters in real life actually have, you know, quite considerable range. They can fly longer than 5 minutes. So I just Googled common search and rescue helicopters, and I got a lot of results for something called the S-92. So world's best search and rescue, such as the S-92. So let's go to this list on Wikipedia here for search and rescue helicopters. Click the S-92, and then just do a find on page for range. And there you go. It's 620 miles, which is a lot. And yet in every fucking video game, it's, oh, I'm low on fuel. Ooh, transitionless animation there. We just snap into suddenly trying to maintain balance. Which the shaking there did not seem to affect. This is in fact the fastest I can move in this animation. And I don't seem to be losing balance or moving, drifting sideways either, so that animation seems to be entirely for show. And I'm already down 3 QP, whatever that is. Oh, there goes another one. Or it's just low. I guess they turn purple and then go away. So far, this game has a rich, developed soundscape. I have to say, this is aurally quite a magnificent experience here. Now, I'm assuming this right here, this is the bracing position mentioned in the controls, which is R1. I'm guessing that's why I keep falling over, is because I'm not bracing. So I'm curious if I was bracing when that bus fell, I think I wouldn't have taken damage. So I will now try to remember to do that when I see something starting to fall. Oh, that was perfect timing. Look at that. Already I can tell we have Nathan Drake's disease, which is everything we touch breaks. Aha, water. This water should be okay to drink. Yeah, it is municipal water. We're not drinking it out of a festering river. Nice ugly-ass swallowing sound there that's way too loud and close and feels like I'm in this dude's personal space. We have a nice stock water swishing sound there, which sounds like a very small water source, like a pool or something, instead of, you know, the ocean. I'm trying to recognize this water. Oh, that's the call button. I'm trying to recognize this water sound effect. Give me a sec. I'm pretty sure that's the water sound effect used at the docks in Paper Mario, the first one. Seabirds are making noise. Yeah, that's what they typically do. I mean, that's the least unusual thing that's happened so far. Interesting effect for that, though. They are swirling around radially, although remaining oriented in the same direction. So you have birds moving vertically, but without actually tilting to be facing up and down. That is a bit naff, frankly. Well, more than a bit. That's actually quite bad. Oh, circle allows us to run. Although I'm assuming it decimates our quench points more quickly. Which I can tell already drains faster than it should. Because in the time it took me to look at that bus, I already lost like half of a bar. I mean, look at that, it's already half gone. Or maybe that's just because it's regenerating health. Maybe regenerating health drains it faster. Or it's doing that survival game thing where it makes all of your needs happen much faster than they do in real life, because if they happened at a realistic pace, they really wouldn't happen within the duration of a game. Which is probably a good reason not to have those things in the game. So where's the car? Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, where's the car the backpack landed on? Oh god, this is a terrible idea. Assuming as soon as I climb on this, I'm gonna be able to grab the backpack and then it's gonna fall. And somebody stuck a Shaggy sticker on their back window and a What does that say? Well, I don't know what that says, but... Okay, grab that. It's already tipping. Oh my god, run! Should I have done that differently? Alright. I'm going to... I guess run over there quickly. Grab it. And I'm going to try sprint back. There we go. I just had to be faster, not more careful. Makes sense. Rescue team note. Alright. A note scribbled by a member of the rescue team, hence the title. The writing looks rushed. Yeah, I assume. Evacuate to the north. We're still working in that area. It's too dangerous to remain on the bridge. Please hurry. The owner of the restaurant nearby gave their permission to enter the establishment if needed. Feel free to take anything you find that might be of use. The key to the door is kept by the potted plant. The one potted plant. I'm sure there won't be any more. Good luck, Marine Rescue Team number 4. Okay, so... Our backpack is represented as 3-dimensional inventory space, which is actually kind of cool. I'm not sure I've seen a game do that. So we have gauze, restores more HP than a bandage. We have 1 serving of water bottle. And a key ring holds keys, thus implying we're going to find a lot of those. Or I guess at least more than 1. Settings, compass. Oh, I guess we can just get different styles of compass? Wow, quite a few, it would seem. Holy crap. Holy crap, was it necessary to have that many compasses in the game? Wow. Status. Playtime, 11 minutes. Saves, 0. Game over, 1. Falls, 2. Distance traveled, 0.3 miles. Water consumed, 0.4 liters. 1 out of 35 compasses found. Game ending? Question mark. Oh no, there's more than 1. Okay. Map. Oh god, it's a shitty hand-drawn one in a notebook. Well, that's where I started, clearly. I woke up dizzy in a train car that was turned on its side. An emergency bag was dropped by a helicopter. Inside was a note from a rescuer. A rescue helicopter took off here. It must have noticed us, but us? Wait, what? Does he have DID? The bridge suddenly fell into the ocean as I moved along its maintenance passage. I guess this is... To recap, if you have the worst memory ever, it's just telling me stuff I already saw. Alright, I'm heading up. Or I'm not. Oh, jumping. Okay, I guess I can. When you get close to a ledge while running, you will automatically jump. Oh, that's nice. If you fall from a high place, however, you will take damage. That kind of goes without saying, but... Epic action grunt there. So immersive. I do like the design of this fence, though. The bars with this triangle through it, with then has opposing triangles on it. That's actually a spiffy looking fence. Or rail. Is the jangling... Is there glass on this? Oh, I guess there is. Okay. This must be the restaurant. Today's special. Death and destruction. Cold pasta with fruit. Sea... Bream? Aqua... What the fuck does bream mean? And what is... Aqua pazza? You know what? You're gonna make me look that shit up. Bream are species of freshwater and marine fish. Oh, it's a fish. I have never heard of bream before. Now, what is aqua pazza? Italian for crazy water is an Italian cuisine to refer to a recipe for poached white fish, or to simply refer to the lightly herbed broth used to poach it. That is new to me. Although, trust me, I am not into food for reasons that are actually fairly complicated. This is a potted plant. Does this have a key? My god, a potted plant. There is a key under the pot. Exactly like I was told there would be. Oh, and I then have to pick it up. Restaurant. Oh, and I can spin it and look at it. Oh, are all the keys going to be rendered differently? That would actually be kind of cool. Take item. Yeah, that's why I picked it up. Ugh. God, I hate that swallowing sound so much. Generally speaking, sound effect where the microphone is right next to a biological process is typically a bad idea. Okay, it is full. I just wanted to check. Alright. I don't know why there's a fade to black there. It could just switch camera angles. Click on this. There is a poster. There is writing on the back. On the back? We are closed due to the earthquake. Yeah, that kind of goes without saying, dude. Our customer employees are all safe. Please contact us at the main Angelino store. Owner, Tonio Preveno. The door is locked. Yeah, we know this. Oh, don't tell me I actually have to, like, open my inventory and I have to hit square, use items, keyring, restaurant, use, and you use the restaurant key. That is way too many clicks for that. If I have the key, I should just be able to hit use. Oh. Wow, we really do have Nathan Drake's disease. Somebody's blowing bubbles in their drink, which is apparently supposed to be a fish tank. Although, generally, the bubbling in a fish tank is muffled by... Oh, God. Is muffled by the fact that it's, you know, inside the glass. Although, hey, we have wet footsteps now. The dishes broke in exactly a square, so it makes a perfect tile to put on the floor. And all the fish are dead, sadly. I wonder if that was the bream. Oh my god. Well, that was inconvenient. Although exceedingly convenient that I cut myself and then immediately fell again for some reason. Am I sliding towards it? Oh, I am sliding towards it. Okay, so I just immediately fall again if I don't start moving. Okay, let's not go that way. Oh, jeez. Where exactly am I meant to be going? Over here, I guess? Well, that answers that. Okay, I have to be sprinting because apparently this is very slick. What is this? Pea lighter. I guess if you want your urine to be a flamethrower? Not exactly sure how that works. This water should be okay to drink. Yeah, I kind of need to already because apparently falling makes you lose water somehow. Is it because I'm pissing myself with fear, thus losing hydration? I mean...
Now for an updated earthquake
this again.
report. The earthquake that rocked Stiver Island just past noon yesterday is still creating aftershocks around the
Wait,
area.
yesterday?
All routes in and out of the island have been cut off, and many citizens are still trapped in or around Capital City. Rescue operations began in the southwestern region where flooding was the most severe. Thankfully, it seems that the operations are going smoothly without major incident. As more news comes in, we will keep you updated. Up next, our special report, video games and violence.
Oh god, fuck you. That was a little too on the nose. Get it? Because this game is like an answer to violent video games because we're not fighting anyone? Yesterday? Has it been that long? Well, that's what I took away from it. Bottle M. Yes. It's empty. I can use it as a water container. Yeah, that's why it's called a water bottle. I'm guessing it holds 2 servings or possibly 3. Bottle M. Yeah, 3 servings. Sweet. Although it takes up a tremendous amount of my backpack because the inconsiderate rescue pricks gave me a comically small backpack. Admittedly better than nothing, but it'd be nice if I could hold more than 2 water bottles in it.
Hey!
It's an interesting light shaft effect. Actually has some movement, which is good in a light shaft, otherwise it looks kind of weird. Although admittedly it still looks kind of weird, especially where it's slicing through that model instead of being blocked past it like it should be. Ow, my shins. We have a nice establishing shot of the bridge we already know is destroyed. Superb. Conveyed a lot of new information there. You know, if you're making a game about stuff breaking and falling apart, would it have killed you to have bought a sound effects library of destruction sounds that aren't god-awful? I mean, I know sound effects libraries can get expensive, but even a low-budget game can handle a couple $100.
No!
Oh no, somebody's shouting? And it sounded very close, and yet I don't See anyone? Are they in the bus? Where did that voice come from? There's another helicopter dicking off without me. Well, I would help you if I knew where you were, but, I don't, so I guess you're hosed. Sorry. Oh, God. Oh, maybe she's down there. And the reason it sounded close is because she was directly below me. Already, I'm low on water, which is just amazing. If humans needed to drink this often in real life, we'd never get anything done, because we'd be spending all of our time searching for water and pissing constantly. Oh, this is tipping. That's not good. And apparently that's staggering. Okay, climb in. Oh! Okay. That's kind of a cool camera angle for that. We got to see the whole thing happen. And then get a fade to black anyway. Oh, there she is. Okay. She's on a section that's tipping. Yeah, hey, crawl this way, you fool.
Get back!
No, back is... you want to come towards the pivot point, because then you're influencing it less. Actually, no, me coming in there is a terrible idea. How about I stand on this end, and then you come towards me? Problem fucking solved. You know, I can act as a counterweight, and you can just come here. Or I guess because you're a woman, you're too panicked, and I have to help you?
No!
Yeah, see, and then it just tips over. Which is obviously exactly what would happen. So why can't I just tell her to come towards me? Actually, you know what? I can, can't I? I have a call button.
Please!
Yeah.
Help me!
Yeah. You gotta help yourself. You're kind of being completely irrational and stupid here.
Here! Hey! Over here!
No, you come here.
Over here!
Are you kidding me? I have to go get her? Do I need to go slowly or quickly? Slowly not to jostle it, or quickly to get out of there before it tips? I'm just gonna run. Let's do it quickly.
No!
Okay, that's not it. So you can't outrun the tip. Which means it is clearly a script that, when I reach a certain point, it falls automatically, regardless of its current level of tip. Although apparently when you fail, your water gets refilled. That's cool. Alright.
Hey! Help me!
Just get your bitch ass over here.
Help me!
Yeah, I'm helping you by acting as a counterweight. It's a handle for a seat. Can I tie something to it? I don't have anything to tie to it. Please stop being irrational and weird. You know, survival instinct is like a universal thing everyone has. Clearly, I am not supposed to be in there, and there must be something out here, external to the train, that I can use to influence it in some way. Or there's this. There is just a magical rope dangling here. It just happened to get caught while everything else... Ooh. Oh my god. There's that wonderful stock gate sound effect you've heard in everything ever made. Tip it up, go over here, grab it. It's a rope. Take item, yes. Oh yeah, the audio in this game is just exquisite, I have to say. 10 out of 10. Alright. Now what do you bet? What happens here is going to be horribly implausible. Oh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna, like, rappel down, grab her, and then the train is gonna fly past us while we go through, like, the center opening of it. As opposed to the obvious solution of just telling her to come over here while I'm acting as a counterweight. Because I probably weigh more than she does. Grab her. Take my hand! And indeed, yeah, that's exactly what happens, is it falls around us. And we magically survive in this implausible stunt that could have been completely avoided if she would just crawl to the other side of the train. Glorious. And this shot is going on way too long. Yeah, okay, I get it. Can I climb now? This game has a bit of a lack of expediency. Oh, and we just cut to back on land. Okay. I hope you've learned a valuable lesson today about not being an imbecile. Okay, please stop panting into the mic. It's very annoying.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no thanks to you. You almost got me fucking killed because you were too stupid to just crawl the other side of the fucking train. Thank you. What's your name? Keith Helm. I work for a newspaper. Are you doing a report or something? No, I'm just trying not to die. No, I was just on my way to work. Oh. In any case, thank you for saving me. I'm sorry I'm such an imbecile. I'm Karen Moore. Oh, of course she's a Karen. You're not hurt at all, right? Other than clearly not being all there in the head. I'm a little shaken, but I'm okay. Great. I heard that a helicopter is coming from the mainland. Can you walk? Yes, I think I can. Then why didn't you earlier? Please try not to run too much, though. Oh, because you can't keep up? Man. Is there a reason you're so pathetic? And don't tell me it's because she's a woman, because I don't fucking buy it. Well, not that I don't buy she's a woman, but I don't buy that that means she has to be pathetic. If you need anything else, just ask me. I'm not all that streetwise, but I think I can be of some help. Really? Conversations. Press the X button when you're near a person to begin a conversation. Just like real life. There was a large earthquake on my way to Airport Island. Also, this wind sound here is amazing because I'm pretty sure it's someone just blowing into the mic. I tried to get out too, but the car suddenly tipped over. Alright. Oh, and she's doing that pose that's a shorthand for I'm weak and worried. Can I take my rope back, or is it just a lost cause now? A rope is tied tightly to it. What, too tightly to retrieve? You know, a rope could potentially be useful in the future, but fuck it, I guess it's gone. Ropes are one-time use, you know. Oh, that's not wind, that's supposed to be the fire. That is the worst fire sound effect I have ever heard. Can you hop a fence? Oh, there's a spot for her to go around. Okay. I was a little worried there for a second. God, this smeary blur is actually really annoying. It's just kind of ugly. It's like you just took 2 layers of the game, and then with one at like slightly lower opacity, just offset it a couple pixels. So I have some PS2 footage here, and I will put a copy on top, and then I'll drop the opacity of the top one to 50%, and then I'll just offset it. Well, let me zoom in a bit so you can see what I'm doing. And then I'll just offset it a few pixels. And there you go. It looks exactly like Disaster Report. It just looks like there's some sort of alignment issue, rather than it being a deliberate blur effect. It's incredibly ugly.
We'll never be able to climb over this.
I could go up and look around for something.
Yeah, I could like boost you up and you could drop a thing down.
Well...
You stand on my hand and I lift you up.
back?
Or on my back, okay. That works too.
Yeah.
And Keith is shocked at the notion of giving someone a boost. Hey, at least she took her shoes off though, so she's not digging heels into my back. That's actually a decent detail. Because I think she was wearing heels, so...
Okay. I'll be back.
Just find a thing to push down. Although this clearly isn't too high for me to climb. Like, just jump up and grab the ledge.
Where is she?
Maybe she died of thirst, because apparently humans run out of water in 5 minutes here. In this world.
She wouldn't.
She totally ditched you.
Hey, sorry. Did you wait long?
Did I wait long? You know exactly how long it's been. The fuck?
Thanks for the hand.
And we can't animate climbing, so we just cut to the top. Oh, I have to hit X here.
No. I wonder if the mainland is okay.
Well, I'm sure it's fucked
Let's keep
too.
moving.
Pretty dramatic earthquake. I don't think it ended at this bridge. Hey, maybe we should take this rope too. No, oh, we're just gonna leave it? Okay. Well, given that she found a rope immediately after we conveniently found one, maybe this world is just a world where ropes conveniently appear anytime you need one. Ooh, those blades look absolutely fantastic. It didn't even see us. Yeah, they're pretty far away, dude.
Over here!
Oh my god. Do you have any idea how loud a helicopter is? I assure you they can't hear you shouting. Oh my god. That was so delayed. Took her a long time to think of what word to yell there. I want to add a clarification here because I noticed while editing this that I come across weirdly abusive towards Karen. I'm calling her stupid and pathetic and laughing at her, but I want to be very clear that I'm not mocking the woman. I'm mocking the developers that made her a one-dimensional stereotype. I refuse to believe that anyone is stupid enough to be in the situation she was in on the train. Even if you could argue someone would be panicked enough not to want to move while they were alone, as soon as another person showed up and made themselves a counterweight, even a panicky idiot would know to move towards them instead of just remaining in place. And yet Karen doesn't. She is non-functional on even a basic self-preservation level until a man comes along to save the day. That paints her as so cartoonishly brain-dead that it becomes impossible to take her seriously. And that reflects very poorly on the developers because it would be hard to accept that, even in an absurdist comedy. When I laugh at her falling, it's not because I like seeing her get hurt, it's because I'm amazed they actually did such a stupid trope. The woman falls while running thing is the kind of shit you see in terrible B-movies from the 50s where they're trying to run from a monster. But it's not the 50s anymore. It's unacceptable in a modern context. And that's not to say no one ever trips while running. It's entirely possible to trip while running. So you could argue that it's realistic to depict that every now and then. But as soon as you do it, it just looks like the damsel in distress from the B-movie. It's just one of those things you can't really do in cinema anymore because it's become impossible to divorce it from the trope. So even if you try to do it outside the context of the trope, it just feels like the trope anyway. This character would be infinitely more compelling if she was sensible, capable, or had any personality at all, but they instead took the laziest, most reductionist route possible and just made her a damsel in distress, which I frankly find kind of offensive. The problem isn't that she's weak and needs help. The problem is that's all she is. They haven't made a character with a weakness, something everyone has. They've instead made a degrading caricature. And that's why I laugh. Encourage, ignore. Oh, I could just be a dick for no reason. How about we encourage? There's still hope. Yeah, we're not actually dead yet. It's not the end of the fucking world. Like, let's just keep heading towards the mainland. Apparently we got bandaged at some point. Her on her leg and me on my arm. I don't think that was there before. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, there we go. That was another impulse that probably caused damage. Can I move yet? Alright. There does not seem to be a connection to that next chunk of bridge. So do I go down? Although, I'm not sure exactly how I would get down. Are there stairs down over? Ooh, there are. You know you can climb over the meridian, right? There you go. It's rumbling. I'm assuming I'm going to take damage here any second. Although I can't move while braced, so it's not like I can just carefully crawl along, which of course is what anyone would actually do in this situation. But apparently in this world, if you get down on all fours, you instantly forget how your limbs work. You pushed the button. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. Do you see the door? There is no response. It must be broken. Yeah, I think it's worse than broken. I think it's right proper fucked. There is a maintenance ladder. Want to use it? Well, the elevator doesn't work, so I think that's our only option. lovely cicada sound effect. Could do without that. Cicadas are like the one thing in real life you probably shouldn't bother recreating in fiction. Looks like no one's here. I was supposed to be on an airplane by now. Yeah, I think that's a bit fucked at the moment. Look, my uncle gave me this. He just stares at her tits. Isn't this date wrong? What? Oh, a ticket. I was like, my uncle gave me this. What are you talking about? I didn't realize it was the ticket. If the ticket was for yesterday, then the date should be the 21st. It says boarding date June 20th on the ticket. Huh? How did that happen? It took me so long to pack. Wait. Wait. So, we missed a day in the disaster, and then she missed another day by taking an entire day to pack, and yet didn't notice that she had spent an entire day packing and missed the date of her fucking ticket? I forgot about my dog. Left him with my neighbor to watch while I was gone. Well then, he's not here. I hope he's okay. I wonder if they took him with them. Well, we'll find out. I'm still trying to figure out how the hell you can miss your flight date by an entire day because you took that long to pack. Taking 24 hours to pack a suitcase must be some kind of Guinness World Record. That is amazing. There's a thing here. Magnifier. Well, if we run across any ants, I'll know what to do. Do we have a description? Magnify small objects. Well, yeah, I don't know what I expected the description to be, but that's pretty much it. I would like to find a water source sometime soon. I do have 2 bottles, but although I'm curious, like say my small bottle holds 1 serving and my medium holds 3, is a serving an entire bar or just a portion of a bar? Because if it's only a portion of a bar, then 3 servings is not nearly as much. What does this say? Patrick James Park. Memorial Park of Stiver Island, Airport Island Bridge. That is an exceedingly long title. And because this is a video game, I have a feeling, because this is a video game and these look like steps, I have a feeling there's an item at the top. I have to find out. And it would seem there is not. I'm actually somewhat disappointed by that. Although there is a cheap wind sound effect. Excellent. That was totally worth the effort. Look at that glorious aliasing. Everything flickering horribly. Those were the days. It's a flare. What do you want to bet it lasts 5 seconds, even though they last 15 minutes in real life? And in fact, 30-minute flares are actually not that hard to find, but even basic ones are 5 to 15. My god, a spigot. Thank fuck. Okay, so that it says this water should be okay to drink every time is starting to make me worry that there's going to be contaminated water later in the game. Also, I didn't realize my gauge had gotten that low. Although, question, do I need to worry about her water? Like, does she need to drink? Do I need to tell her to use it? Or does she just not have a bar like I do? I wonder if they've all evacuated. Well, I don't see anyone. And I also don't see dead bodies, so that would leave evacuation as the other option. Oh, and we have a... Oh, God. We have a weird, janky first-person perspective here. Some gauze, take, sure. I think I'm running out of space in my backpack, though.
Now for a Stiver Island earthquake update.
God.
The government announced it was a magnitude 6.0.
Oh, that's
the
actually...
damage, however, is much more severe.
Smaller than I would have expected.
Many experts have their own theories and are questioning the government press release.
Oh, of course.
Rescue operations are being conducted without trouble, and about 280 citizens have been rescued thus far.
That's fucking nothing for a city. Gloves. I guess equip? Do they help with grip? What do they do? Oh, they look swanky, though. I guess they're not listed here, though, because they're equipped. Oh, no. Yeah. Thick protective gloves. Okay. Do they make me take less HP damage? Do they help me hold on to stuff? I mean, I know what gloves do in real life, but the exact nature of how that translates into a video game is somewhat open to interpretation, honestly. Can't believe the frame rate can be unstable in a game that looks this bad. I mean, we're at barely Dreamcast levels here. This is not exactly taxing the PS2 to its maximum. Although this crack here in the asphalt looks pretty good. It's not bad. I mean, it's obviously... It is appropriate to the time.
In this area, I know. I think there was a convenience store here. That's it.
Okay. There is a market near here. In an area that looked like an evacuation site, we found an abandoned ambulance. And despite being an ambulance, its medical supplies consisted entirely of one small roll of gauze and a pair of gloves. Is there anything wonderful in the box? There is. Look at that. Turtle compass. Oh my god, it's kind of adorable. Oh, fuck yeah, I'm using the shit out of that compass. Look how fucking cute that thing is. Alright. Well, this disaster isn't turning out so bad after all. I have an adorable turtle compass. And that tank is full of blue gas. I wonder if that's related to the blue milk from Star Wars. More wonderful footstep sounds. You know, recording footsteps is actually very, very easy to do. You just point the mic at the ground and walk. Like, why is that so hard to do? Instead, we get whatever the hell that gravel sound effect was supposed to be. It sounded absolutely unconscionable. We have warning cones here telling me that bad shit has happened, which I probably would have noticed without the cones and barriers. We have a glorious stepping over animation there. I'm already noticing, though, that the environment is laid out in a really contrived sort of way, where everything's all lined up conveniently to block everything where you can't squeeze past it. Like, this tanker truck is directly against the building, directly against this box truck so that I can't squeeze past it, just to form a convenient barrier, and we have a person here. There's a person on the ground. Is he alive? No pulse. Damn. Shit's getting heavy already. Although one dead guy is surprisingly good for this scale of this sort of destruction. Doesn't look like it will open. Bitch, I have a crowbar. That cannot be used here. Used to pry things open. There is a fence I would like to pry open. Apparently Keith does not understand crowbars. He's not exactly giving Gordon Freeman a run for his money. Well, let's top off on water because there's nothing I like quite like babysitting gauges. I'm gonna go around to the other side of that fence. I don't know if there's a way through there, but clearly it's a dead end the other way. Although we have a crowbar now, which means progress. And again, we have trucks conveniently backed up directly to each other, so that you can't get past them. I mean, I know you have to create a barrier somehow, but it does feel a little bit more contrived than it should. Emergency exit door is bent. I can pry that open. Looks like it can be forced open. Unlike that fence over there, which is made out of adamantium. And of course, I can't just use it. I have to hit X, hit use, scroll down, hit X, wait for it to close, and then I can use the crowbar. Just fantastic interface. And we do it off screen so we don't have to animate it. What's the budget for this game? $5. Juice. Does that count as hydration? Or does it just, like, heal you? Well, I can tediously open the menu and go check. Refreshing drink cannot be used to hold water. Well, I guess it is a can. It's not closable. Makes sense. So you lose the container once you use it. And there keeps being waveform discontinuity pops, clicks in the audio, which is typically a sign of very, very mediocre sound editing. Oh god, I hope one of those doesn't land on me. That one very nearly did. I should probably not be under this. Oh my god, that whole thing is moving back. Look at that. Ooh. I'm going to run. I don't think the run is going to punish me here. If it looks like I'm not running very often, that's kind of why. I keep feeling like if I run, it's going to make something collapse. But maybe not. Although I think it does still drain your QP faster, which is also reason enough not to do it. Are you not going to come with me? I don't think it's open, though. Yeah, they probably closed. Although I wasn't expecting to go in there and formally purchase things and wait in line for a cashier. Yeah, I think we're a little past that. Of course, we have buses conveniently blocking our path again, which means we have to go this way. And that is going to, oh god, almost land on me. And those are still waving all over the place. You'd think it would have snapped by now. It's an awful lot of stress on already damaged pillars. Of course, I gotta look over here. There might be an item tucked away in the corner. Or I'm just wasting QP by running over here to look. Of course, if there's something over here, it's disappeared in the aliasing. Let's find out. There is nothing over here. So that's clearly the supermarket. Although I'm gonna check over here by this ugly modern art sculpture. Oh, and we have a sort of reflection on the ground. I'm sure it's completely canned, but nonetheless, it's nice to see. I don't always see that from games in this era. Or in games from this era. I swapped my prepositions for some reason. Oh, that was a really underwhelming impact. I was hoping for more than that. Is that gonna stop, or... Okay, yeah, it's stopping. Alright. Well, the shit's happening over here seems to imply that I'm supposed to go this way, and not to the supermarket, so maybe it's locked up? Although I do have a crowbar, but let's check the front door, why not? Although we do have a nice shot of the collapsing bridge here. Oh no, there's clearly a gap I can just go through. Although maybe it doesn't cut through, I just go in here and get shit and leave? And then head towards the giant ball that fell? Of course, I have to wait for her and then wait for the screen to go black.
Where do you work?
I'm a reporter for the Town Crier newspaper.
Didn't I say that already?
Really?
Keith Helm. I work for a newspaper.
You don't seem like one.
What's that supposed to mean?
Like you're a generic featureless protagonist? Oh, and then the voice acting just stopped. This is a map of the entire island. The Town Crier newspaper isn't on here. This might still come in handy, though. Okay. Would he need a map to know where the Town Crier newspaper is? Island Guide. I'm sure it's a pointless puff piece. Just open the door and take the... Are you kidding me? Oh, there's a toilet. Looks like water is still flowing. Well, I'd prefer not to drink from it, to be honest. Please wash your hands. That's always a good idea after fondling your joy department. And or chocolate speedway. Alright, so since he doesn't know how to open the door to get that water, do I actually have to use the crowbar to smash it? No. How do I get that water? Alright. I guess it's behind glass. It can't possibly be retrieved, even though it's in a thing that is designed to be opened and closed. Sunglasses. Oh, we're fucking equipping those. Oh, yeah. And we can wear them indoors because our vision is augmented. Oh, I have to get it from behind. Okay. That makes perfect sense, by which I mean it makes none. What is this? Juice mix. Not enough room. Damn it, Jim. I guess I will use this juice. Stuff is breaking. Looks like as long as I just bracing position, I'm fine. Although holding still for protracted periods like this is not terribly exciting either. Now we can take the juice mix. Perfect. And it's all for ourselves. Oh, there was water here. God, these footsteps are just dreadful. Knapsack. Switch backpack. Is it bigger? I'm assuming it is. Oh, fuck yeah, it's much bigger. Glorious. And instead of giving her the smaller backpack so we can have two, he just leaves it behind like an imbecile. God forbid she actually be useful. I am the male protagonist, so I have to do everything. It's weird how we have to see the crawling through the door animation in excruciating detail when pretty much every other time we've climbed something, it's just like cut to us on the other side. But that one we have to watch. I can't believe how much slowdown there is in this game. Because it does not look great. Well, I also wouldn't say it looks like unspeakably bad for the time, but if it were a bit lower... Dude, you can reach that. Just like grab it and climb up. I guess his arms are too weak to pull himself up, which is just absolutely ludicrous.
Do you think we can get up that way?
It'll be close, but maybe.
Oh, so this taller spot we can.
Well, can we try again?
Can you stop sounding exasperated in every line read?
Sorry.
Yeah, maybe we should have done this at that lower spot to the left.
I hope you find something like a rope again.
If I can't, I'll find something else.
I'll just push a car over the edge
Okay.
or something.
I'll be back.
Just make sure you're out of the way first. Alright, are we going to be 3 for 3? Is a rope going to magically materialize right when we need one? Or maybe we could have retrieved either of the 2 ropes we previously used. It would come in handy here. A fire extinguisher.
Here, take this. We might need it. I'll keep looking.
Foreshadowing. It's an awfully heavy thing to carry around all the time, just prophylactically.
Hey! Ah!
Don't tell me you managed to hurt yourself. What happened? How much space does that take up? Wow, 3. I have to waste that much in my backpack just because she thinks it's a good idea. You know, if you think it's such a great idea, you carry it around. Or better yet, maybe you could have kept the old backpack. Okay, so now she's either in trouble or gone somewhere else or has been nabbed and... Keith is too stupid to climb up here. What happened to Karen? Well, maybe you should climb up and look. God, this guy is useless.
Hey!
Do I just call for her? What the hell am I supposed to be doing? You know, willfully making something illogical is not the same thing as making a puzzle. Can I pry this open? No. I can't do anything with the truck. Like climb on top of it. Did anything get marked on the map? She never came back. Spherical signboard suddenly fell. I couldn't believe it happened, except that everything is collapsing, so that's the least surprising thing we've seen yet. Wait a minute. We saw a police car, but something seemed wrong. It looked like it was malfunctioning. Did it? It looked like it just drove away. Oh, and when you zoom in, it just pixelates because you're actually just zooming in on the image. View relationship chart. Oh. Relation. Rescue. We rescued her. She trusts us. She's a college student, and we're a reporter. Man, that was very in-depth, and I still don't know what the fuck the game wants from me. Well, I can go back in here and, drink some water, I guess. I could use the toilet back there now that no one's watching. Let's do it. Oh, much better. Oh, there's another grabbable thing here I didn't notice. Battery. Oh, no. Oh, no. There's gonna be a fucking flashlight that burns through batteries in 5 minutes, isn't there? I guess I can look over here. Maybe this is finally going to fall. Oh, upsettingly close to me. Glad that didn't land on me. That was profoundly lucky. Oh, and there's a fire. Okay. We will vanquish this fire and its concomitant horrible sound effect. There. Vanquished. The fire is now out. You know, if I can read that line, I can see the fire is gone. The fire extinguisher is empty. Please tell me you dropped it and I'm not still carrying it. Good. Well, it turns out Karen was right and it was useful. I take everything back.